Andrews here at the wonderful J-Tech, and today we're going to go through inspecting your transmission and your drivetrain. Now, first things first, safety glasses always on. What's for you, Mr. Gutsy? Alright, first thing we're going to go through is your transmission. Now, once you get up in here, you can do your clutch adjustment and everything through this inspection hole. Now, I'm not going to go through all the details on that and all the specs that you're supposed to follow. You can go back 2 videos and I did a whole one on that for you. Alright, we're going to move on. Your drivetrain. You're going to have to make sure all these U-joints are attached and they're torqued down to their proper spec. Because if you don't do that, then as soon as you're pulling this out into the yard, you're going to have a drivetrain drop out. So you're just inspecting that, making sure that's all nice and tight. We're going to keep going. You got your carrier bearing. Now, it's going to be the same process. Make sure that these bolts are torqued down to spec and it's all in there. You shouldn't have any play in your drivetrain at all. Now we're going to come back here. A couple more U-joints. Same thing. Torque down to spec and everything. Now when you're taking this out and replacing it, or you're working with the transmission, another thing you have to be careful of is these needle bearings. That's why when you take this out, you tape it up so that they don't fall out and scatter all over the ground. Because then it's just a field day trying to go pick them all up. We're going to go a little bit into the diff. Now, for this, you need to make sure that you have it filled properly, and you can check that on the oil check. Full synthetic oil is what goes in here. You have to make sure you keep your differential running correctly. If you don't, you're going to tear up your rear bearings. Alright, another thing that we have to go through. The point of your transmission is to put torque through your drivetrain to your rear wheels. That's the whole purpose of the transmission, is getting power to your rear. So you can also check your oil in your transmission. You should be able to touch it. If you touch it, it's good. If you don't, you need to add more oil to it. Simple as that. Alright. Another thing, on your transmission, you have air lines going to it. Now you need to make sure that none of these are broken, worn down. Make sure there's no kinks in the hoses. Because if you don't have air in your transmission, you're not going to be able to shift into that high-low. You're going to lose that ability and you're not going to be able to drive your truck properly. That's it.